Hey, I have something. Let's try this. Ready? Hey, it's our theme song. Or,
That's pretty cool.
yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. I see you all here. Jason, Larry, as Three Stooges would say, hello, hello, hello. Jason says hello. What's up, everybody? Kind of doing this on the regular now on Sunday nights after we record when we feel like it. Happy Jack Kirby's birthday to everyone.
Yes.
Richard, very verbose today. Excellent.
Yes.
Is everybody excited about this quiet week we've had?
It just seems to be every week is just some new firestorm.
I know. Well, we thank you, Thomas. We're enjoying it too. But I will say we've got a lot to do. I have a lot to do here. So I am setting a timer for everybody.
Good question, Jason. Very good question.
We're going to be here for 30 minutes starting now, and then we got to go because I got to edit tomorrow's episode. I've got other stuff work related I have to do. How has there not been a Google Doodle for Jack Kirby? That's a great question.
Yeah.
Let's ask Google. Hey, Google. Oh, usually Google answers.
Oh, they'll answer. You'll have a message on your phone here pretty shortly.
Are you interested in Jack Kirby books? We'll sell them to you. The remarketing will start. We have a few show and tell books to talk about. And Ariel's like, thought we're going to put a timer on so we can bid on a book. No, this is not whatnot. We are not whatnotting. I have a few things to show off today. I can start off with to celebrate Jack, Fighting American #7.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Fighting American at all?
No, not at all.
Fighting American was kind of like a parody of Captain America that Simon and Kirby did in the 50s. It was a comedy book. Most people think it's a superhero book, but it is, but it's kind of a parody of superheroes and Cap especially. And the communist scare plays a big role in this. And wow. It is a fun book. We've got some people saying hello. We've got Eric Davis, because everyone who works for Google was born after Jack died, probably. Hi, Frog Brawler. What's up, John Doe? Forrest says, hey, boys.
Hey, Forrest.
What do you have to show?
Well, in honor of Jack, I picked this book. This is my Fantastic Four #3. I picked this book just to show I did not have this book in my collection. I bought a 1.0. It was an inexpensive book. I can consider this a starter book. At some point, if I come across a higher grade, I'll trade up. But this is a low quality book, but better low quality than no quality. You can see it's pretty. It's
never knew you had that.
Yeah. I have the Go on Record reprint for 1. I have #2. First scroll. This one, which is sorry, number 2. Yeah, number 2 is First Scroll. This is their first time in costume.
The first Miracle Man.
First Miracle Man.
The hypnotist Miracle
Man.
Oh,
okay. And then 4 is the first Submariner in Silver Age, and then of course 5 is
Doom. All right, I have some more Jack Kirby stuff to show for this, but I'm gonna have to do it like this, Richard. So let me go over here and put you there. We go. All right, I have to get up to get this, so I'm gonna lose my headphones for a second.
Oh, is it what I think it is?
These are the things I got in the auction.
Yeah.
I want to show the scale of this thing.
Yeah. That is gorgeous.
It is signed by Jack at the bottom. I don't know if you can see the signature. But yeah, this is huge. This thing is huge. And I got 2 of them. I've got this one, and I also got this cap print lithograph, and it comes with a little certificate of authenticity with Jack's signature on it as well. And Jack signed this at the bottom, if you can see that. I'm kind of this one kind of bugs me because I'm trying to get the glare off. Jack used really generic villains. You know, there's the Red Skull, but who are these other people? I'm not going to use any other characters. I'm just going to make up some stuff and throw it on there.
And you
So,
know, my Doom poster is that same size, and the box that it comes in
oh
from
my God.
Awesome House is monstrous.
Let's talk about the box. I wish I had taken a picture of me standing next to the box because the box, both of them came in the same box. And I think you had the same experience. The box was huge and it was filled with packing peanuts.
Yes.
So
3 garbage bags full of packing peanuts.
yours only had 3 garbage bags. We filled up 4 before we even got halfway to the bottom. And so we finally just said, you know what? We're just going to throw the packing peanuts into the trash can and hope they don't blow all over the neighborhood. And they didn't. So it worked out. But man, packing peanuts are a tool of the devil. Yes, Satan.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are. That's the first circle of hell is packing peanuts.
I'm in hell. What do you have?
Oh, next, you know, I got a little book here that let's just say is relevant right now.
Did you guys see She-Hulk episode 2? Do you have this book?
This was World War Hulk #1.
What happens in that book, Richard?
Hulk goes batshit, basically.
He gets shot into space, right?
Mhm.
Takes over a planet, and no spoilers, Frog Brawler. You should watch it.
Watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hinted at, but it may become a spec. Well, it has always been a spec, but I think it's a more interesting one.
Did you notice that Brian? Did you notice episode 2? Nothing happened. There was no fight scene, nothing. It was just exposition and talking and family and things like that.
Yep. That was great. It's great. I mean, again, this is a new character to the MCU.
You said it's great.
I have no problem with exposition, and when you're building a character, people have to understand who she is, to feel for her, and to suffer and struggle with her, which is gonna come in later movies. Otherwise, it's just a one-dimensional character that you just don't have any doesn't have any impact on you. So I expected this series to be that background that established, so that when we have Secret Wars and she's in that, or we have some other future, maybe she becomes a part of the Fantastic Four, you know, we have no idea. You care about her and about, you know, you have that background and that connection to her. So no problem with exposition now. I don't expect it to last all, what is it, 6 issues or episodes of this show, but you know, we're still early. It's the second episode. I think we keep forgetting, because we are comic book nerds, that the audience that Marvel's approaching, and I say this in the show we just did, is larger than us. They want the moms and dads who want to bring their kids to the movies. They want the couples who don't really have very much background in superhero characters, but are interested in Marvel movies because they've seen, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy. So they have all these people who have no idea who She-Hulk is. You know, if you've been reading comic books, you know who she is. You've seen, you know, how she interacts with people. But these other people have nothing. And that's what we're establishing here.
Greg hits the nail on the head for me. For a comedy, they were pretty light on the funny. The thing I kept reading in the press, the pre-press, leading up to this, is it's going to be Ally McBeal with gamma rays. To me, yay, that awesome. I'm not seeing it. I'm not giving up on it yet. You know,
Yeah.
so 2, but it's gotta it's got to snap up a little bit. By the way, we have breaking news. My sister is here, and she's making the same joke about House of Dragon or whatever the heck it is that everybody else is making. Yes, I'm on that show. I'm also Captain.
Hi,
I'm,
Jen.
I'm also Captain Rex from Star Trek, and we got Guy Forge up in the house. What is up? Yeah, and John Doe says that build her story so we have a relationship with her. I think that's why Avengers was so good.
Exactly.
And all the other movie buildups and feelings toward them, absolutely true. I just, you can do this, but make it a little snappier, make it a little more entertaining, as they say on Drag Race.
To me, the pivotal moment in the first three phases when Captain America pulls in the hammer and he's standing in front of everybody and he says, Avengers assemble. And the emotions that you get from that is based on 23 movies before it. You know, that one moment was pivotal because you understood the significance of Cap in that moment. And the only way you're going to get that again is if we have an opportunity to establish these characters for for phase 4 or 5, and then 6, maybe we'll have the same kind of payoff. I have faith in Feige.
Larry says it's definitely going to make money.
Hey, money. Hey, they got stockholders to make happy.
Yeah, I hope we see Man Elephant.
Oh, well, you never know.
If we don't see Man Elephant, I'm going to be very disappointed.
I want Puck. Let's get Puck.
Well, no. Well, what other She-Hulk villains? We've got Titania, but
villains, yeah.
Yeah. Who are the classic She-Hulk villains? I don't think there are many, really.
Who was that big burly guy? I can't remember.
That big burly dude.
Yeah, there wasn't really. She really riffed off of the villains of other teams she was a member of, like the Avengers and
Yeah.
Four. And that's cool. Let's give her an opportunity to build up, and then maybe she'll be in, Secret Wars, and you'll give a care about her because, of this series.
Are we going to see Rocky Grimm Space Ranger?
Rocky Grimm Space Ranger?
Ben Grimm, when he stayed on the Secret Planet?
I don't know. I don't know. Will we see Ben Grimm? Will they instead have She-Hulk in that slot?
Oh, they can't. You've got to have the Thing. Jason, from your lips to God's ears, if Dr. Bong ears, Howard cannot be far behind. Eric says, let's get Wyatt Wingfoot. Exactly. Where's Wyatt? Where, who was her brother? Was her brother a big part of the original series with David Anthony Kraft when he wrote it? I can't remember. Eric says the Netflix series has done this to an inconsistent effect. 4 episodes before Wanda got real for anyone but nerds. Hawkeye was fun from the get-go. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Episode 2. Episode 3 comes out. Let's give it a chance. Yes. 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 I was just telling my wife that's what everybody's waiting for.
Everyone's waiting for a jump rope scene. My next show and tell it's gonna break the internet. I finally got this. Hope you guys are ready. Very huge, very important. I don't want to oversell it, but it is Patsy Walker's Fashion Parade, Queen Size Annual #1 from 1966.
There you go. You're done collecting. You've won collecting.
I think I can quit today. I also have a Patsy and Heidi annual over here and a Millie Queen Size annual. I haven't gotten have you mailed my Queen Size Millie giant size?
Oh, I have not. I will mail it out this week.
The nerve. So there you go. Hi Kim, what's going on? What do you have?
Well, speaking of things that mailed, you do more mailings to me than I do to you. I am obviously Edge of the Spider-Verse fan, so I've been looking for these for a while. This is the 4th and 5th printing of Edge of Spider-Verse #2, the first appearance of Spider-Gwen. I have the first print, 9.8, which is on my wall over here. I have the 3rd print, which is the design variant, I also have it as a 9.8, which is someplace in one of my boxes. I do not have a second print. That is the only thing that I'm missing now. So now I need to get a second print. These are really, really nice copies, John.
You know where
So,
I got those?
hmm.
I got those in Mexico City.
Oh my, you and your honey hut holes, you know?
Yeah, I gotta leave the country to find books. I guess. It's so funny that Jason says that say what you will, this book has phenomenal color. It sure does. Richard, it has your hated rainbow logo.
No, that whole style of rainbow fonts is just hope it never comes back.
And Bobby says Patsy Walker's original Hellfire Gala cover. Exactly.
It is.
Hey, you can see there's Emma Frost. It's not really
years early.
Not really. Richard, do you have the facsimile?
Yes, I do have the facsimile. Yes,
There you go.
I don't have. I wanted to get the Greg Land version of the facsimile, but I'll end up doing that.
Did you see that Gwen cover I sent you this
Yes,
week?
yes.
The new issue with another Greg Land cover, which
Okay. Tell me, I did not know it was based on. Go ahead and tell the background.
well, Greg Land is and maybe I don't know if it's Greg Land or Greg Horn. Maybe the chat can tell me who was famous for using adult film stars as reference, and in fact poses sometimes. I think it was Greg Land in his art. He would just take like basic screen grabs from porn and just draw. Like put a piece of tracing paper and Greg Land. Thank you, Eric. I knew it was one of the.
It was Greg Land. Thanks, Eric. Yeah.
I mean, some of them have like real BJ faces.
Oh my God, that's just
Oh my God.
That's taking lazy to a new level.
Is that what's the grade on that FF1 behind you? It's not a real FF1, first of all.
Oh, real, define real.
It's a Golden Records reprint,
yeah,
correct?
It's Golden Record reprint. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. I got this back. I told people a long time ago, 2 years ago, go out and buy this because it was cheap. The first time I saw this, it was $800. I paid $1,600 for this.
Did it come with the record, or did you just buy the book?
Just buy the book. Yeah, I don't need the record. It's just something I got to put someplace.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, this book is worth a lot more than what I paid for, and I think it's going to continue because people can't afford a copy of the original one of this book. And this book was printed in 1966, which is only 4 years after. Is it 4 years or 3 years after the original? And it has the same patina. It's a very nice, it's white, but it's that aged white. It's consistent to what you would see for a book of the era of the original.
Right.
And I love this. This is my permanent placeholder because I am never going to get a Fantastic Four #1 unless it's a 1.0 or something like that.
Let me take you back to January 2020. You and I are in Costa Mesa, California at California Comic-Con, and we're walking around the booths. There's a booth that has an Albedo 2.
Yeah.
What grade was it?
It was a 9.2 if I remember correctly. It was the short box people had that booth. Yeah.
And how much were they asking for it back then?
It had to have been like $3,000 because I had to make a choice between it and another.
Yeah. But do you remember what they had behind the table on their rack, on their wall in that booth? The FF Golden Records sealed, the album still sealed, and they were asking $250 for it. And you and I both looked at each other and went, nah.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a sealed one up on eBay right now for $22,000.
I mean, that was just a short 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, Greg is asking, do you have the record?
I don't. I keep seeing it every now and then, Greg, up on eBay, and I keep looking at it. Well, it's like I see it for like $400, and it's like, well, do I want it? Because what am I going to do with it? It's going to sit someplace because I'm not going to be able to display it with the book.
No.
For completionist sake, you would think I'd want it, but I collect comic books, not records. So
then you can sample from it and do your hip hop track with
well, yes, because my whole hip hop, career is contingent on me sampling comic books.
coming. Johnny Dakota, thank you. Yes, please hit the like for us. Help
Yes,
us
thank you.
get out there to people. Is the record someone just reading the FF1 book? No.
Well, it's reading. It's isn't it? It's reading along with the book.
It's like a radio drama.
Is it? I've never heard it.
It's on YouTube.
Oh,
don't go there now, but after you watch our live stream, just hit Golden Records Fantastic Four, and you can hear it yourself.
I always thought it was reading along with the book.
I know the Power Records one where just they had music and sound effects and different voices, like Captain America and the Falcon, and a phoenix shall arise. Night Patrol. Hey, Cap, I've never seen you looking so down. I can recite that thing by heart. I listened to it so much when I was a kid. Guess who is here, everyone? It is Mrs. Horsecock Express. And Richard picked the best time to freeze. There he is. He's back.
Yes. Well, welcome, Mrs. Horsecock Express. It's nice to have you back.
Jason says he loves the reprint of Marvel Tales 137, which is a nice alternative to Amazing Fantasy 15. Mm-hmm. It has the first publishing of that Ditko alternate cover. The best thing I ever learned from this channel is the value of reprints and newsprint. No recoloring. That's right. We love us some Marvel collector's item classics, Marvel Tales. Those books are great.
They are great. Great way of reading those original stories.
Bobby knows Adhesive X. That's right. That was just the best. What do you have? What's your next one? You got another one?
Yeah, I got a couple more. Let's just go with this one first here.
Checking our timer. We have 9 minutes left.
All right. This is a book I've had for a while. This is Ultimate Comics All New Spider-Man. This is a early Miles book. This is the 1 in 15 ratio variant. I believe that's what this is. It's Pichelli. It's a Pichelli variant cover. Pichelli was
Pichelli with marinara sauce. It's my favorite.
Reason I'm showing this is one of the ghost books that I hunt. One of my white whales is this book in a sketch cover. Sketch cover of this book. If anyone ever sees the sketch cover of this book, please let me know. Even if I can't afford to buy it, I want to know that more than one exists. I saw one on eBay. The seller, this was 2 years ago. It's the only one I've ever seen. The seller wanted $30,000 for it.
I think you should spend some money on Fios first. I'm just beating everyone in the chat to that joke before they make that.
But yeah, it's a really, really super rare book. And I just want to know that more than the one exists.
Forrest will look for you in Chicago this week. Mark Robinson wants to know if we'll ever be treated to a comic book room tour from either of you. Mine is not really a comic book room. This is my office. It's kind of everything. Mm-hmm. Richard has more of a comic book room.
I do. Give me an opportunity to, we're in the middle of ongoing renovations, so things are not where they belong. As soon as the renovation is done and we can actually put things back, I'll feel comfortable in being able to show off my comics. And I have my main storage is in the basement. Yep. And that's what they wanted. You know what? People can ask whatever for books, especially on eBay. I've seen people ask ridiculous amounts of money for books, mainly because they want to be. It's just they're trying to just show off,
or it's a fishing expedition.
Right. So, yeah. Can you still hear me?
I can, yeah. Okay. John Doe says a lot of other YouTube channels were crediting your Instagram about how good you covered the CGC announcement of qualified labels. Yes, John, we did see that, and we do appreciate when people give us credit. That was especially, I think it was Comic Book Investments was one of them. Yep. Who else? Journos? Was it Journos?
I think it was, yeah.
Someone else. Because, you know, you guys see it. A lot of people just friggin' steal from us.
Yeah. Right. Give us credit.
Yeah. Some people just steal entire segments from us and don't give us credit. And you guys see it. I don't have to point them out.
That's, by the way, it's all John. John did all that on the did all that research and posting. So he was keeping.
Yeah, it was a busy week. We are talking about CBCS on tomorrow's show. I don't want to spoil it tonight. Let's just say it ain't good. It ain't good. If
Yep.
Larry finds that sketch cover, he's going to give you a good deal. He's only going to charge you 29,000, so you'll be covered. Richard froze up again. All right. Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
Mark, you have a good point. CGC buried their announcement on the forums. I was shocked at how few people knew about the CGC forums, number one. Number two, I have to give CBCS credit. At least they addressed it on their socials where people could actually see their response. So if they get any points at all, it's for that. I don't want to talk too much about it because we're talking about it on tomorrow's show.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunate. CBCS really just ruined an opportunity to make hay in lieu, because of what CGC did. And instead, they stepped in a pile themselves.
A pile of what? All right. We have 5 minutes before we have to cut this off. So the Susie Orman vest is on. The Susie Orman blonde mullet haircut is on. What are your financial advice questions? Hit me. Let's go. Come on, people. We haven't had a Susie Orman moment on this week's live stream yet.
Yeah, bad signal. I don't know what's wrong with the internet. Next time I'm going to reboot the router before we do the show.
How's your FICO?
It's really good.
Is it still growing?
It hasn't grown yet. It hasn't shown the last credit card I paid off. I paid $10,000 and paid the card completely off. And it hasn't hit the. I pay for Experian, so I watched Experian on a day basis. It hasn't shown up there yet, so
my heart is swelling with pride. Mark, you kind of summed up tomorrow's episode. CBCS snatched defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yep.
And Jason, I do know that I have 2 months to get that costume together. I'm working on it. Did either of us buy Detective Comics 27? I assume we're talking about the facsimile. I would not be able to buy the real one. I didn't either. I've read it before. I had the famous first edition, Treasury edition, when I was a kid, so I've read all the stories. Is it worth it? If you've never read it before, it's really an interesting artifact.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's to see Batman in his original concept. He was a bad mofo.
Do we know anything about the Wonder Twins? Just the fact that there's Zane and Jaina and starts with the Z. I want to say Zane and Jaina.
That sounds accurate. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was a TV show, right? They made a TV show out of it.
The CW is cutting everything now, so who knows?
I saw something about Warner Brothers being in trouble with a $40 billion loss. I didn't really get a chance to read into it.
What happened was the new corporate overlords at Discovery had to cut $3 billion of spending. So what it ended up doing, it ended up taking off their value cap by $20 billion. So yeah, we'll see what happens. This is a good one. It's a facsimile that came out this past week. There's an action one coming out. Orlando, have I seen a 7.5 go to 9.0 and up? I have personally achieved this goal by cleaning and pressing a book. Yes. I cannot remember what book it was, but I think it was actually I think it was one of the books that I pressed for Ryan, the owner of my LCS, and it had a lot of dirt on it. It might have been that Giant Size X-Men #1.
That's what I was wondering. I was thinking of Giant Size X-Men. You had improved that much.
Yeah. So thank you, Ariel. That was killing me. Zan.
Okay.
Zan and Jaina.
The Super Friends genes are unhappy that I couldn't remember that.
Zan and Jaina. Which one could be an animal? Which one could be water?
I don't know. I don't remember. I always remember somebody turning into a bird, and the other person turning into a bucket of water. That's That's great superpowers, guys.
Zan got the short end of the stick. He could always be of liquid, and Jaina was the one that could turn into an animal. And their monkey's name?
The only monkey I remember is Chim Chim, and that's Speed Racer.
You don't remember Gleek?
Oh, Gleek. Okay.
Gleek was their monkey, shape of a bowl of water, shape of an eagle. Boy was the element, girl was the animal. Absolutely. Okay. What is the best route to maximize dollars? Selling my Silver Age run so that I can buy more Bronze Age. You're doing it backwards, Brer. I've been successful selling books through a well-known auction site, but selling full runs, I'm not sure. Yeah. The challenge with selling a full run is you're not going to get the exposure you would for an individual issue, because they'll put up the full run and it won't show up in the search as well. They won't promote it as much as a single book. Why do you want to sell full runs? I think is my first question.
Yeah, it's you're also making the your pool of potential buyers smaller, because there are more people interested in individual books than they are in an entire run. So not only that, shipping a full run can be just an unbelievable hassle. Shipping a short box full of comic books is not fun.
Time's up, people. We told you we're going to keep it to 30 minutes tonight. We're going to stick to it. Thank you all for joining us. Mark, hi, we see you there. Mikhail, sorry we didn't say hi to you till now. Thanks, everyone. We're going to keep this going on a regular basis, I think, but we're going to try to keep it limited to 30 minutes because we have plenty to do. Right, Richard?
Right.
All right. We will see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific for the new episode. So we will catch you then. Good night.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Good night.